No catchy one-liner today other than I'm going to share with you the most personal thing of my entire life, something I've been going through for the last couple of years that I've never shared before.
With all the opportunities that exist today, why haven't you reached your next level of income, life, and wealth? In most cases, we've been lied to. We've been told that if you find the right opportunity and you work hard, you can be successful. And that's simply not true. Millionaires, billionaires, and successful people have realized you need the foundation for wealth, the habits. And that's exactly what you'll be learning on the Millionaire Success Habits podcast. All success starts here.
Hey guys, so awesome to have you here. If you're brand new, welcome. It's an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure. If you're coming back week after week, thanks so much for having faith in me to deliver you the wisdom, the capabilities, the direction to take your life, your abundance, your income, your success to another level. Today's going to be a little different. Today, I'm going to share something that I haven't shared publicly yet. I did on a podcast last week, but not to my audience, not to you guys. The last 2 years, but really last year, I've been going through a divorce. And I've told no one. I haven't shared it publicly. A small group of my family and friends know. And it was the most painstaking thing I've ever experienced in my life. Now, I could go back through the whole thing on why this happened. There's a million reasons. The cool part is my ex, because we signed the divorce papers, that's the first time I ever said my ex. My ex and I are dear friends, not kind of friends, not fake friends. We're true friends where we're doing a child-centered divorce. The focus is on our kids. You see, I'm going to back up here in a moment and tell you that I haven't shared with you guys, but I went through about a 90-day, every day filled with anxiety, couldn't sleep at night, all because I didn't want to leave my kids. If you guys know me, you watch me, you listen to me, you know my kids are the most important thing in my life. And I love waking up every day. I love having family dinners. I love family meetings on Sundays. I take them to baseball practice, go to baseball games. I'm at every dance recital. I like to be there for homework. I love to cook for them. I love to play with them. I mean, I love working and growing, and I love my kids. And my parents were married and divorced a bunch of times. So the thought of divorce and ripping the family apart ripped my soul apart. It opened up worries and anxieties of things that I tucked down when I was a kid, when my parents split when I was 3, and then married and left, 9 marriages between my two parents. I had this inner demon, this inner fear that I tucked down many, many years ago. And when the thought was real, when a year ago I knew that divorce was inevitable, we tried a lot of, I don't want to say we tried, like, oh, we gave it a shot. We went to therapy, we talked, we spent a year seeing if we could make it work, and unfortunately we couldn't. My relationship with my ex is this dear friendship, but telling the kids, leaving the kids, I can't even tell you the feeling I experienced. My empathy, my compassion, my heart goes out for another group of people that have to deal with that. I dealt with it as a kid. Now I was dealing with it as a parent. The reason I'm sharing that is because as much as I think I got my shit together and I work on my personal growth, I work on success. I feel like in my own head, this is kind of like my own thing. I'm like, I'm a fucking man. I'm a boss. I take care of shit. When stuff goes sideways, I got it. If a building was on fire, you want to be standing next to me because I'll get your ass out. The company's crashing, I'll save your fucking company for you. Anybody in my family has a problem. My parents, I've been supporting my parents since I was in my 20s. My parents have problems emotionally or with friends. I'll take care of it. Friends come to me. I got this. I got you. I love that. I love being the guy. I love being able to serve you. But all of a sudden, I get hit with something and it takes my feet out. I mean, luckily, I went down and spent some time with Tony Robbins, talking to him about it. I'm dear friends with Dr. Daniel Amen. I spent a couple days with him. I mean, I'm so lucky that I have access to great people, but still, it took my legs out. So why am I taking the time to share this with you, to be so vulnerable, to let you in on the deepest part of me? Is because I don't ever want you to think that my life is perfect. I don't want you to think that successful people, everything's just aligned, the clouds open and the sun shines and life is perfect. No, we have to deal with shit. And I'm not saying your shit's worse or better than mine. I just want to be vulnerable to tell you that though it was the scariest thing in my life, hands down, you might have had some traumatic stuff as a kid. I did as well. Some crazy stuff that maybe that'll be for another podcast, with thinking my mom was going to die and father go to jail, like crazy stuff that But none of that compared to this thought of leaving my kids. And it was so scary. It was if for me, my internal clock was like I was going to die. That's how I felt. So why do I say that? Because I was so scared of it, and I wanted to run. I wanted to go back. I wanted to just leave it the way it was. I'll stay in an unhappy marriage. Both of us should, so we'll be there for the kids. I wanted to make all these decisions just to leave it the way it is. Like, the pain was so bad, I wanted to put the cork back on the bottle. And the reason I want to share this with you today is because that would have been the worst mistake of my life. I had to face my biggest fear. If you notice, for the last year, I've been talking a lot about your next level of life lives on your biggest obstacle, your biggest stress, your biggest worry. I'm not giving you permission to end a bad relationship or just run in the other direction. But face it. If you have to fix it, take it to another level, get the right capabilities in your business, in your life. If you're worried about your job and if you quit, you'll go broke, face it. Work hard to get the promotion or burn the boats and go start your own thing. I'm just telling you, with all the work that I do, I was an inch away from going backwards. And I thank God for the great friends I have. I thank God for the influences I have, the books I read, the people I know. Most of my information comes from books and trainings that I've purchased myself in areas that I don't feel I'm as strong. But now let me tell you the other side. I'm in a place now where, again, my ex and I are the dearest of friends. Our kids come first. My kids have been told. They know their mom and dad are divorced. My ex got a new house. We got her all set up in there. And we're both thriving. We're on the other side of our biggest obstacle. We're on the other side of our biggest pain, the other side of the anxiety, the other side of the worry. And I want to share this with you because it didn't happen overnight. I couldn't fix it immediately. I was having anxiety and I was trying to talk myself out of it and think myself out of it and keep myself busy, and none of it worked. I had to lean into it. I had to face it. I had to look inside. I had to sit with it. But I've grown. And I'm another version of me. I shed my skin. I don't even know that other person. And here's the best way to honor where you screw up. I screwed up in my marriage. My ex screwed up. We both screwed up. We admit our faults. We admit where we ignored the wrong things, where we pushed things off so far it was too late by the time we wanted to fix it. With all the good I've done, with all the positivity, I messed up. And I can admit that. And I hope that you can admit where we mess up. We do. But how do I honor those mistakes? By never making them again. I will never make the same mistakes. I give my ex the most respect, love. I'm still her family. She still got my back. I still got hers. We still are going to make sure the kids are first. And I see another level of life for me and my kids beyond anything I could ever imagine. My ex and I probably haven't held hands or been, lovey-dovey or nice in that way around each other in probably 7 years. Respectful, co-parent, badass, but we couldn't fix it. So this isn't permission to run from a relationship, like I said. This is showing you that I'm human, first of all, and I'm not that I'm saying you thought I was superhuman, but I want you to feel it in a way that, man, it doesn't matter what you're going through, what the pain is, what the struggles are. Face it. And I only can say this because I did. I faced my biggest fear. Face it head on. Feel it, but don't live with it. We can feel pain without suffering. And I learned that firsthand. We can feel the pain. We can be sad about something, but we don't have to suffer if we face it, acknowledge it, and either fix it, end it, start it, begin it, and go. Guys, there might have been a better, more eloquent way to share this. And maybe, I'm literally pulled over on the side road waiting to pick up my daughter to take her to softball practice. She made the all-star team. So that's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm here. But I just felt it. I was compelled in my heart to share this with you. And if it just helps one person see that, man, we all deal with it, but how we face it, how we go on, how we go through our obstacle is how our life will grow or stay still. Your next level of life lives on the other side of your biggest worry, your biggest fear, your biggest obstacle. And I can only say it by going through it as I'm repeating myself because I want to hammer this home. Face it, deal with it, fix it, and watch how much you grow. I can honestly say I'm in a place right now that I'm blessed that I went through it. I'm a better version of me. The mistakes I made, I'll never make again. And the next level of life is just an inch away from me. So that's my message for today. So what's that got to do with Millionaire Success Habits? Man, if you're not happy at home, if you got stress and worry, I thought about leaving or staying and worried about a relationship for 5 years straight. That's off my plate. I wish my family could have been together. I wish that, but I'm going to see my kids. Literally, I see them still almost every single day. I'm still a massive influence in their life. I focused on solutions and what could go right rather than what could go wrong. And man, watching me grow. Watch the fire the wind underneath my wings just got stronger and better. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you and talk to you next week. Bye.
Listen, if you liked the video, make sure you click subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, click the notification bell so you'll know when the next one goes live. You can always follow us on Instagram, and if you don't already have Millionaire Success Habits, you can grab it for free at deansfreebook.com. Remember, all success starts here.